Okay, I've talked about this before on my other channel, on my podcast. You know what? Let me just say podcast. We talked about Ariel and all the other stuff. So I wanted to talk about it here. And I wanted to make sure I'm clear when I say this. And I'm gonna title this the new Little Mermaid from a black point of view. Okay. First things first. I get it. Why black people are for this. Like, I get it why people are black people for this. We do not have that many princesses, and the only one we have is Tiana. And even in the Wreck It Ralph breaks the internet. Tiana went from a dark skinned woman to someone with light skin with curly hair, and there's uh, and that's it. We only got one, so them making Ariel black is like, oh, y'all got one. Y'all can spare. Y'all couldn't spare a princess. You got one. That part I do get. We don't have that many princesses. It took them 100 years to even make a princess and all that other stuff. So, um, that part I do get. Here is the thing, and I told this when I first heard that Ariel was going to be played by Halle Bailey. That um, my my initial thoughts is, huh, that's interesting. Now, the reason why I went hump that's interesting is because the black part of me was like, okay. Because the first thing I said, you white women that auditioned and probably could sing, y'all are really losing. Now, Halle Bailey is a name, and I don't really know that many redheads, celebrity redheads, except for Lindsay Lohan. But, they could have gone with someone new or someone like you can make stars are being made every day. You mean to tell me there's no redhead white woman that they could have made that could sing? Nah, I think they went for the cat. I do think they went for the cash grab here, and that's why I said the black side of me is like happy that Halle Berry got it, but the part of me that don't like gender bending or race bending or all that stuff, that part of me does not like it. First things first, a lot of people say she's a fish and it's fiction and all the other stuff. Y'all know damn well y'all know damn well if Black Panther, and you probably hear this all the time, if Black Panther was to be played by a white man, y'all have a fit. All right, these are fictional people, and as fictional as these characters are, some of these characters like gone through people for their tough times. I don't. I think the people who don't care about this probably don't really have such a connection with Ariel. So them being black, them saying, "Oh, Ariel being black," you never really had that much connection with her anyway. You don't know how much Ariel probably meant to someone that is redheaded or redheaded or something like that. You probably doesn't have that. You probably don't have that connection that someone that probably has to Ariel. Some people, Little Mermaid is their favorite Disney movie of all time. I know if Coming to America, I don't even want the sequel to Coming to America. I think Coming to America is perfect. That's how much I don't want the sequel. I don't even want the sequel. But if Prince Hakeem was played by Leonardo DiCaprio and all that stuff, I would have been like, the fuck is this? I don't like this shit. So me, I've been fair. And this is me, I've been fair because when the Power Rangers had the reboot, and when I heard they before he even cast the characters, I said, I hope Zach is black. I hope Trini is yellow. I hope they, and even then when they when they hit Tommy and there was like they wanted Tommy to be a woman and all that other stuff, so they make it even. To me, I was like, nah, just I want Tommy to look as close as Jason David Frank because he made that character look awesome. As much as and I love Zach. Zach is one of my favorite Rangers, but you can't tell me Tommy is an iconic character. So I kind of want someone to kind of hell. I want Tommy to play Tommy. That's the funny part. I want Tommy to play Tommy in Power Rangers, but but to some people like a fictional character is just, and a lot of people, oh, it's a work of fiction. Why does it matter? But some of these fictional characters, you don't understand, especially in their culture. Some of these some of these fictional characters are just as important as characters in real life. Don't get me wrong, I love me Muhammad Ali, but you can't tell me um, Lee from The Walking Dead, which is a black man. I love and I love the Walking Dead series, but Lee from The Walking Dead, it's a great character. That man and a great one was Clementine. In that, I love Clementine. If they'd have switched up Clementine, if they'd have switched something up about Clementine, I would have had a fit. It's just like these characters. Some of these characters you build a relationship with. It's like, especially when you grow up. Spider Man. All right, I love Peter Parker. Spider Man, like Peter Parker, is like, I don't want to say he's a white person. It's not just a white person struggle. Peter Parker is a lot of people's struggle. All right, but like, well, I want Peter Parker black. Nah, I want him the way he is, as close to the source material. And this is where most black people come in with this, because all the white people just talking about not my Ariel, they're on some racist shit. Black people are not on that. They're on some racist shit. We're not with that. I don't. And as far as this goes, I feel like we're taking crumbs of other people's. And people's like, oh, she's just a fish. The thing is, the Little Mermaid is a Danish fairy tale. And this is where I'm going with this. The Little Mermaid is a Danish fairy tale. All right. So everything about that, it takes place in Danish folklore, and even like, I don't want to say Greek mythology or Norwegian mythology, because Neptune was king of the sea. I know Trident is some type of mythology. I can't think of it off the type of, but it's evolved around their mythologies and their beliefs and all that other stuff. So when when you for Little Mermaid, since it's Danish, so I expect a, yes, Duchess could be black. Yes, it could be black Duchess, but let's be real. Majority of that population is a bunch of white people. All right. Now, and also there, if anybody's seen the Little Mermaid cartoon, the ones that says mermaids can't be white, they're really stupid and that's really racist. Because if you see the Little Mermaid cartoons, they had black, they had Latina, they had a bunch of. Let's exclude that out. But I am the kind of person that's like, I want something close to the source material. So if I had a problem with Power Rangers and Zack not being black and him playing the Asian and Billy not being white and he's playing by a black dude, which by the way, Billy was the best part of that movie. Let's be real. The Power Rangers reboot, Billy was the best part. And that's another thing. As far as Halle Berry goes, and any time when like we blackwash, as I would say, these characters, we always do a phenomenal job. I don't like I expect, not even expect, I know that Halle Berry is going to do a phenomenal job. It's not even about that. She I've heard her sing, she could sing, she could blow. I would like our own stories. And this is where the other black people are. Why aren't we getting our own stories? It's the same thing. Like, I don't want, even though Miles Morales is cool, I wanted a Luke Cage. I wanted, like, when Luke Cage came on, I was excited because I like Luke Cage and I think he had a story to tell. All right, this is a Static Shock. How long have black people wanted a Static Shock movie? Like, Black Lightning. Black Lightning is a cool show. These are superheroes of color. These are black superheroes. Like when Storm gets her own movie, and we're gonna, like, I feel like people are gonna rejoice about that, especially black women. That's y'all movie, and I want y'all to have that. Side note, I think Gabrielle Union. If they're not gonna get an actual African to play Storm, I would like Gabrielle Union. I think she looks just like Storm. That's, but I just love Gabrielle Union, and I think she'd be perfect. I honestly think she'd be a perfect Storm, if you ask me. But let's not be in the side. And there's a lot of black folks that's against Ariel. Like I'm more against it than I'm with it. Even though I think she's going to do it, I'm more against it than I'm with it. It's like, let her make her money. We're not. I'm not on my not my Ariel shit like them racist white people. Because the more I see that, it's the more it's just like most people say, if y'all don't shut the fuck up about this, we're gonna take all y'all movies. But I would like our own stories. Like when we say our own super Hancock is another one of my favorite movies. Even though like that's even it's a different type of superhero movie, but it's a superhero movie. It had Will Smith in it as a black man, and you know he was doing his thing. I love Hancock. All right, I like Luke Cage, Blade. When if Static Shock makes his own, like hell, I even like made. I don't want to say it's a superhero, but you know, it has black characters in it, and I feel like it's a good story. I call you know, but that's on another. Though. If y'all really want to learn about that, I'll tell you the story. I'll tell you the concept about it. But I think it's a real dope concept. But in conclusion, I think Halle Bailey is going to do a phenomenal job. I expect nothing less than phenomenal because you know black people whenever we do shit we kill it as Black Panther we so is Blade like when we do superhero movies we do it even when we do sci-fi like Get Out. All right, most people may not like Get Out, but I like Get Out. And um when we're like doing different genres like Us and Get Out, like instead of just hood movies, and even though I like the hood movie, even though we're doing more for like genres and like the hood movies and shit, I like seeing that. I like to see more of that. I want us to see get into sci-fi. I remember even though people hate Tyler Perry or people do not like Tyler Perry very much, and they saw him on Star Trek, I understand that he was probably trying to make one for himself. And on the side note of that, I can understand Tyler Perry. Like Tyler Perry, instead of like begging white folks, he said this: instead of begging white folks, I'm gonna make my own studio in Atlanta. All right, I'm gonna have them coming to me, and which he did. So Tyler Perry doing that, genius. This is like this is one thing we're doing something. I will say something like this: we're building our own. Like I said, black entrepreneurship has been on the rise. We're building our own, and we're kicking ass. Like let's do more of this. Like I hope to see more black studios where we tell more black stories. Where we Spike Lee just had a joint about time travel. That was and that movie was fucking dope. Like we're doing this as far to me as far we're doing it and let's go. I don't want to go like Little Mermaid is cool, but then again, I don't want to. To me, I look at it as crumbs off of a white man's plate. Like we're just getting the crumbs. Because to tell you the truth, Little Mermaid's story is not that great to me. I know people love to sing it, but Little Mermaid, as far as Disney princess stories, Little Mermaid to me at the bottom. It's a whack ass story. But I would like to see more of our own stories from you know more or less even if it's low budget. I would like to see our own. At least you know we have the idea of making stories of our own, and that's where I want to see it go. That's where I feel like as black people, that's where we should go. Like we should like hopefully Tyler Perry with his studio and he can do stuff with his studio. We can do a sci-fi movie under Tyler Perry Studios or any other black studios like Cold Black. Like we could do that. We could have our own superhero stories, and we can like evolve on them. We can get into drama. We can get into comedy. We're already like we run comedy. Let's be real. We run comedy. Let's get into drama. Let's get into late and maybe even Oscar worthy. Even though they'll probably never give us an Oscar worthy performances movies like The Queen and let's or we can like The Queen, or we can talk about the Haitian Revolution and like turn that into a movie, stuff like that. I would love to see most of that. I knew this was gonna be a lengthy video, so but I this is a black to me. This is where a black point of view is. That's not my Ariel because not my Ariel. That's white people shit. That's white people racist shit. This is to me. This is a more or less a black point of view where I see you why people like it, and I'm into and like why people are against it, and I hope like anybody watching, you understand where this is coming from, because none of this is hate for Halle Bailey. Like I said, she is going to do a phenomenal job. So with that saying, let me know what y'all think. Y'all can leave it in the comments. We can have a discussion about this. Till then, my name is Oskino Fly, and I'm out. Peace.